So, what is cancer? Cancer is a cell that abnormally grows and divides at different types of tissues. So, it can grow in different types of organs. So, there's two phases, the benign phase and the malignant phase. And these two phases can be, these are the series where it grows. So the hyper phase is where it acts normal. This one is where it acts normal but grows in different types of places. This is where it acts a bit abnormal, and then it turns into these three things. Then it goes into a malignant phase where it spreads around the body. So it continuously grows and spreads to different types of sites. And cancer is not a single disease, as is tissue specific. So if it's in my eye and there's one on my skin, so those two cancers are different, and the same cancer would have different types of mutations, so it will have different types of genomes. What are the main features of cancer? It's growth, immortality, and avoiding of cell death, and angiogenesis and metastasis. This, it grows like mad. This, the telomeres shorten to senescence. This is avoids apoptosis, which is another type of cell death. And angiogenesis is where it needs food to grow. And metastasis is when it spreads around the body. I'll talk about this in more detail. This is just an overview. Mutations. So a normal cell has to go through 7 to 8 type of mutations. There's different types of chemicals which are involved there, and there's different types of viruses like HP, which can cause cancer in the throat and in other places, as it goes and blocks the promoter region. And pro-oncogenes, this is in the restriction point of the cell cycle, and it helps with growth. And tumor repressor, which is also P53, can be a tumor repressor, and this inhibits proliferation. So if any of these two genes are effed up, this can cause cancer. And there are 4 checkpoints. These 4 checkpoints are, there's one in the restriction point, there's one in the G1, G2 phase where it gets damaged, and there's one in the M phase where it's with the spindle fibers. And then there is angiogenesis. Angiogenesis is when the vessels grow into the tumor and supply it with oxygen and nutrients so the cancer cells can survive. This gives it the freedom because of new sites to be formed, as the vessels are not formed properly. So it's still hypoxic, so it has it releases hypoxic induced factor, which has a positive feedback on VEGF, and this produces a secondary tumors. There are different types of therapies: radiotherapy, chemotherapy. Chemotherapy, we still use the mustard gas from World War II, as it stops the cells from proliferating. Radiotherapy, there's different types of radiotherapies, which I'll explain in more detail. And there's new types of therapies called the monoclonal antibodies, the small molecules, and the oncolytic viruses. This is just an overview of cancer. I'm just using this as a revision purpose, so it may be wrong, so yeah, it might be wrong or right, I don't know.